Hey everyone, this is Kazakian. I decided to do an update on my zombie deck because, one, my old one is kind of old. That's obvious. I posted it like, what, 5, 6 months ago, and the game changes. Keep in mind that the deck isn't too different because, first off, I do run on a budget, okay? Yeah, I want to point two things out really quick. One, I do budget decks, and this doesn't mean that all my cards are like crappy, you know. I do manage to get really good cards, some of the top tier cards from really smart trades, so I suggest you do that. You learn the game of persuasion, get good cards, get good trades. That's how you should. Don't buy 50 billion packs, you know. Your mom's not giving you all that money for nothing. You're not raising all that money for nothing for going to work. Don't spend all your money on this game. It's a great game. I love dueling. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! But come on, there's other stuff to do with your life. I mean, like $35 for one card. It's ridiculous. Anyway, besides the point. My second thing is... what was it? Oh yeah, I'm going to assume that most of you guys know what most of the cards in this deck do, because you're on YouTube and you're looking for Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, so obviously you know something about the game if you're willing to put in the effort to try to find out new stuff about new kind of decks. Keep in mind that I don't know too many of the brand new trap cards, because I've kind of been out of the loop for the last 2 to 3 months, okay? So, but this deck is still solid, it still wins me tournaments, still wins me duels, plenty of time, so here we go, okay? Let's start off with the tuners. Dark Resonator. Plaguespreader Zombie, very important to the deck. Get one. I got one through a really good trade. Blackwing, Gale the Whirlwind. Now to move on to my search cards. Sangan, very important. 2 Mystic Tomatoes. 2's good. 1 is okay. 3's overkill. 2 Goblin Zombies. Always have 2 Goblin Zombies. This thing is so pivotal to this deck. I guess there'll be a couple of cards I'll explain, and I assume most people don't exactly know Goblin Zombie, because I still see a lot of zombie decks that don't know Goblin Zombie exists. So here we go. This card, when he's sent to the graveyard, you can search your deck for any zombie-type monster with 1200 or less defense, which is virtually any zombie monster except for Pyramid Turtle, which I know is inconvenient, but that's okay. Pyramid Turtle is easily searchable anyway. This means you can synchro with him, tribute him, or he just dies. And as long as he touches the graveyard, you get to search, which is awesome. Try to get him on the field as much as you can, and then get him off the field as quick as you can. It keeps card advantage, and it's very valuable. Plus, he's dark. 2 Pyramid Turtles. One's actually okay. 1 will do the job for what this deck does. 2, I think, is just a nice number, very convenient. 3 is overkill. Don't do 3. Necroface. This is for when I remove stuff with Dark Armed or... what was it? Or if I just need a decent wall. But this is... oh yeah, and for Plaguespreader, that's it. When Plaguespreader removes himself. This is how I get them back. Necroface, he's nice. Or she. 2 Zombie Masters. I used to run 3. 3 just sometimes... I mean, you know, he's not the strongest monster in the world. So, 3 can be overkill. 2 is a nice number. 1 can do you fine, but I like to have him. So, sometimes 1 just isn't enough. But I mean, he's easily searchable. Paladin, the Cursed Dragon. Now, I only really have this card in my deck. For one, I use Zombie World, because Zombie World just shuts down so many decks these days, because so many of them are type-related, so it's awesome. Haha, Zombie World. Another thing is that I don't own a Mizuki, which really still sucks. I mean, I'd love to get one. I'd just walk down the street and I thought, hey, look, a Mizuki, I'm going to pick it up, whoa, awesome. But that doesn't happen. Mizuki, on average, is $35-something. I'm not even sure if they made a gold edition. If they did, I'd probably get it if it was like $8. But, yeah, I still don't have one, because as I said, I have other stuff to spend my money on. So this will do. I mean, he's okay at 1900 beat, and he's light, so I mean, if you run Chaos Sorcerer, you can. Breaker the Magical Warrior, I just think he's an incredible card, on all honesty. He's a Mystical Space Typhoon tied in with a strong 4-star beat, and he's dark. Again, this is just another replacement for the fact that I don't have Mizukis, or there's that other new zombie monster that other people said was good, but... yeah, Breaker, he's good, though. He's always nice. And keep in mind that zombie decks nowadays aren't exactly zombie. They're more of dark decks, to be completely honest. Zombies are just a really good engine to get the deck going. Malevolent Mech Goku in, I honestly think 1 is great. 2 can be kind of overkill. 1 is excellent, though. I mean, there's so many things to do with him. First turn, let's say you get him in a creature swap, okay? Bam, summon him down with his effect, creature swap him to your opponents, end your turn. He takes 2400 damage, and you get a Malevolent Mech in your graveyard. Awesome deal, and you get his monster. So, I mean, okay, well, I guess it'd be second turn then. But that is a great trade. Also, if you already have zombie cards on the field, just summon him. You know, that's his effect. He's a great 2400 beat type. Okay. Tragoedia, very good. I guess I'll explain him really quick because I'm not sure if most people know what he does. He's kind of a book, so hang with me. Alright, his effect is you can special summon him if you take any battle damage. So if you attack and you don't kill the monster, say you attack the defense monster with 2,000, you had like 1,600, you take 400 battle damage. Oh, shaboom, you can Tragoedia. Or if you take battle damage from them attacking, you can summon him. So it's really easy on the field. His attack and defense are equal to the amount of cards in your hand times 600. So if you have 4 cards, shabam, he has 2,400 attack. But that's just the cookie cutter stuff part of him. The great part is that you can discard a monster card from your hand to the graveyard, and take control of one face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field with equal stars. So if you discard a 4-star, you can steal a 4-star from them. This allows for really easy synchroing, and since zombies like stuff in their graveyard anyway, so you can get it back on the field, or, you know, get it set up for a Dark Armed or something, it helps a lot. Also, he can take on the star level of any monster in your graveyard, so he makes for great synchro material. Yeah, and he's dark. Cyber Dragon, he's just a nice card. I mean, if you can find a good replacement for him, go ahead. 2 Caiuses. Caius is great, and he's used in almost every zombie deck nowadays. I mean, he's an incredible card. 2,400, instantly remove any card on the field, so you can get rid of synchros, traps, spells, monsters, whatever, and you do 1,000 damage if it's dark. This card is just amazing. Use him. For this deck, though, only use 2. 3 is just too much, and you'll end up with a lot of dead draws. I can guarantee that. But 2 is the perfect number. 1, I honestly think, is not enough. You can work with 1 if you can end the game fast enough, but 2 is very good. Gorz, Emissary of Darkness. We all know him. He's infamous. And Dark Arm Dragon, the ace of the game. This guy's so incredibly overpowered. I can't believe he's not banned yet, but that's why I love him. He's won me so many games I can't even count. Get him. Alright, traps. Very basic cookie cutter traps. Bottomless Traphole. 2 of them. Call the Haunted. Trap Dustshoot. Torrential Tribute. That's all. It's 5. Zombie decks are very non-trap reliant, which is good. Magics and spells. 1 Book of Life. Honestly, you just need 1. Really, 2, 3 have been overkill for me. I've tried to work with them. They just, I mean, you have to remove a monster from your opponent's graveyard, and you need a zombie monster in yours. So the conditions, they're great if you can get them to work well, but the conditions are annoying all the same. 1 works well. It can change the game. Just 1. Brain control. Creature swap. Just 1. More than 1's kind of overkill. Mystical Space Typhoon. 2 Zombie Worlds. Zombie World's kind of like my flush out card. I used to side deck it, but now I kind of main it. 2 main reasons. 1, it's never really a bad card. I mean, I used to have it at 1, I guess. Another thing is, there are so many decks now that are type reliant, that rely on Insect. Dragon's a big one coming up now. Beast. Gladiator Beast. Warrior. I know there's Spellcaster. Spellcaster's another one. Fairies are coming back. There's a couple more. Reptile. Stuff like that, you know. That just so plants. That was the big one. That just shuts them down and knocks out almost all their support cards. Incredible card. And it's easy. And whenever I have to side deck cards for my side deck, this is always the first one to go. Because, I mean, it's easily exchangeable. Lightning Vortex. Mind Control. Heavy Storm. Also, Mind Control and Brain Control are really important. Try to get them if you can, because this deck is very synchro-reliant. So, I mean, stealing monsters from your opponent is great. 3 Book of Moons. Very great. Very incredible card. Cold Wave. Cold Wave can be risky. So, be careful with it. My synchros from top to bottom. Colossal Fighter. Avenging Knight Parshoth. 2 Stardusts. Red Dragon Archfiend. Black Rose Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Gaia. He's mostly just there if I can get past these 2 monsters. Bryanak and Goyo. Those 2 pretty much win games all the time. And then my other 6-star Iron Chain. And those are my synchros. My side deck really quick. Foolish Burial. Malevolent Mech. My body has a shield, an Imperial Iron Wall, and Chaos. So comment.